Hello mirrors. Today I'm going to be doing a general reading for the month of July for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you're new here, welcome to Law of Attractions and Mirrors Tarot, where we use the cards as a tool to help integrate the fragments of ourselves into one so we can self-actualize into the people we are born to become. With this knowledge, we can begin to manifest all of our deepest desires if we simply take responsibility for our power. If you guys are interested in a private reading, the information will be down below. And also go ahead and hit subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you here. And let's go ahead and see what's going on with Sagittarius in July. The overall energy, we have 3 of Cups. And we also have the Fool in reverse. So this might be a month for you to really just enjoy the friends that you already have. This isn't necessarily about finding new friends, but maybe growing with your friends. It could be that perhaps you may be dealing with some immaturity from your friends, or it could be just saying to let loose, maybe go to a party, go to a celebration of some type of thing. But this is overall energy, so I do think it's a little bit more than that. But we'll go ahead and look into more specifics. What kind of energy is Sagittarius bringing into July? I'll incorporate those 2 cards later once we get a little bit more information here. So we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. And the Hierophant. Yeah, so I do feel like perhaps your friends are helping you see things a little bit differently. Maybe this month you are starting the month out with kind of an old point of view. You're starting it out with kind of limiting yourself, the way that you perceive the world. This could be really anything. It's such a broad spectrum. But I feel like your friends may be part of helping you take that blindfold off and start seeing things from a different light. And these changes are going to be ones that are set in stone. So once, you do remove this blindfold that you see in the 8 of Swords, it's going to change your mind so much that the things that you see and you begin to understand are going to be something that you keep with you. Core beliefs is what I'm hearing. Let's see what's going on throughout July. But see, I see this has either already happened right now or it will be happening soon. Okay, I was trying to get 2 cards, but I will take all 3 of these. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, so we have 2 of Swords. So again, we have a woman blindfolded, and we have Page of Cups in the reverse and Wheel of Fortune. So I do think for a few of you, I don't want to say a few of you, for the majority of you, I feel like you are in between these 2 phases. Do you want to go with the decision that is the more immature, something that might make you feel good? So again, this could be anything. Or do you want to go with following your destiny? Because all these popped out. And so when I see 2 of Swords and with 2 more cards popping out, these are the 2 decisions. Page of Cups is a lot more immature, especially in the reverse. This is very immature energy. It's something that might feel good, or a person, circumstance. This could, again, have to do with friendship as well, because we do have the Fool in the reverse, which a lot of times does talk about immaturity. But then on the other side, it has Wheel of Fortune. And in this case, a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like you can't really control the wheel. It just keeps turning no matter what. So we tend to revisit the same type of situations and cycles and spiral through them. And we learn more each time. However, when I do see that we do have the 2 of Swords, and of course over here with the 8 of Swords in the reverse, you do get to make this decision. Do you want to go to the next cycle that is going to be completely different than this immature Page of Cups in the reverse energy? That is the type of decision you will be making this month, Sagittarius. I was just going to say Sag, and then it sounded weird to me. Okay, and let's see what will be going on by the end of the month. We have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. and it is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So by the end of the month, I think you may realize that your best decision will be to leave this old thing behind, this thing that kind of makes you happy, but you know it's really keeping you from your greater destiny. And because you are wanting to let something go in order to move forward, it may give you anxiety because of the other things that are attached to this thing. It could be the thing itself that you're attached to, and it could be other aspects that are attached to this particular thing that you're having trouble letting go of. And it's something that you may have a lot of anxiety about and you may not want to leave behind. We will get some advice with the oracle cards, I believe, so don't worry, but I do see that you may have a little bit of trouble letting this go. At least this is the current energy. Tarot is not anything set in stone. It reads current energies only. And it's important to remember that as we look at the cards. Okay, and let's see what is going on. We have a man holding a coin. So this could be something financial. This could be about a career. This could be that you are doing something also that is taking away your money. Something that you may be frivolously I'm so sorry. Spending your money on. And you know, you may want to be taking advantage and realizing, I mean, like this could be something simple, guys. Like, for example, I've cut out spending money on takeout. Like, I don't order food that often, but I have, you know, a family and I order for my family. So there are times I spend $40 on takeout. If I do it twice a month, that's $80. If I do it every week, well, that's $160. So I took advantage of that, of letting go of this thing. And it was something that, yeah, it made me happy, you know, but ultimately it was not worth it. So that's what I see. Whatever's going on, it's either going to save you money if you decide to drop it, or it's going to make you see your value in some way. Because this doesn't just have to be, you know, actual money. It could be in relation to your value. And with the man instead of the woman holding a coin, this tells me that it's very external energy. It's something you can control. It's something that you have power over in the external world. It isn't just a change that is coming from within you, even though we do have Two of Swords and Eight of Swords in the reverse. So that is part of it, of course. Let's see what is coming out in the Anna Stark deck. Okay, we have intuition. It did come out in the reverse, but I don't read reversals on these. So use your intuition about what this is. So if you're listening to this reading, and I don't believe that anybody has come to this reading by accident, I don't think necessarily it will apply to every Sagittarius, but I do believe it will apply to the people that are in this reading, that have come to this reading and found it. So use your intuition on what this is. If you are struggling to figure out what this might be referring to, maybe go in some deep meditation. Be honest with yourself, because it may be difficult for you to relate to this reading if you don't see this thing that you're ready to let go of as actually being detrimental to you, especially because we have this lighthearted energy of like the Fool and the Page of Cups. Like, you may actually see it as something very little. Like I said about the ordering out, not only does it mean that I'm eating healthy, but it means that my family is eating healthier. It means that I'm saving money. There's a lot that goes into that. It means we're cooking more meals. So if you think about all the things that are attached to this thing and how much you can grow by letting this thing go and being brave enough to let it go, you may see that you have a lot more to gain from releasing this thing that no longer serves you than you can, you know, imagine right now. Let's get one of these fairy cards. Ooh, okay, that one definitely went out. The Lilith Fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So first of all, I did mention value in this. So if you are having trouble with understanding, like I said, sorry, I was just getting like 3 different things in my head at once. Okay, so I did mention that this thing that you may be ready to let go of may seem small with the Fool in the reverse and Page of Cups. And then I said that, and this came out. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So appreciate how changing something small can actually create this domino effect that can change everything in your life. And that will help you release this, not have so much anxiety over this, because you're not really losing anything of value. If it is something that you really feel like you're losing of value, it will find its way back to you in another energy. So like if it's maybe a habit that makes you happy, like say, for example, staying up late and watching, some funny TV shows, and it may make you happy, but you understand that it's hard for you to wake up in the morning. It's hard for you to get on a schedule. If you do let go of this thing, whatever it may be, and allow the energy to come back to you, maybe your friends will start inviting you to a comedy club, or maybe you'll have a day off where you can just binge watch, and then you appreciate it way more than just falling asleep to it every night and it becoming, kind of mundane and routine. So let's look at the Heal Yourself deck and see how Sagittarius can heal themselves in the most optimal way in July. We have Take Off Your Masks. Yeah. So you may be deluding yourself in some degree. You may be saying, like, again, this thing isn't a big deal. I'm so used to doing this. It's not causing me that much harm, or it's not causing me any harm. And when you do that, you are keeping it on as a mask. When you feel addicted and attached to anything, even the big things, but I have a feeling this is something very small, because we keep getting things about a little change that can make a huge rift, create a huge rift throughout your life. But yeah, when we say that we need this thing to be happy, to be fulfilled, to have entertainment, we are putting on a mask. We are using something to hide the real us. So perhaps in order to really get in alignment with this, start being really honest with yourself, not just about this, but everything. Start finding people, because again, we have Three of Cups. Start finding people that are more in alignment with who you actually are and not what you want to present to the world. Taking off your masks, that's a very good advice for everybody, but especially you guys this month. I think that it will really help you to move forward in a way that is optimal for you and your evolution. Let's see what else is going on. We have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Wow. First of all, gorgeous card, gorgeous message. And I think it is spot on right here with this intuition. So you may just be very confused on, one, what this might be, or two, how you can move forward. How can I let go of this, and what can I replace it with? Well, you have that information within you. You just have to learn how to trust it, how to hear that like small voice inside of you that is in tune with the nature of the universe, is in tune with the cycles of the universe, and to go with it, because you are deserving of whatever this is. So let's see what's going on with the Moonology cards. See what comes up. Yes, okay, we have emotions are running high. Okay, so you may be a little bit emotional this month. This thing might have emotions tied to it. So I do feel like, yes, this may seem like a small thing, and you may want to hold on to it because you're thinking it's such a small thing, when really it's not, and there's a lot of emotions that are tied to it. I'm noticing a lot of stars here. If you notice, there's stars here. This kind of looks like stars, but even I really noticed this. See how they kind of go together, which is very beautiful. So what I take from this and noticing this is that you are a child of the cosmos. You do have that information that is within you. And your emotions are like a compass, but they can also block us from our intuition. So releasing those emotions, finding really healthy coping mechanisms in order to kind of get in a more neutral position or a more peaceful position, that's when you're going to start understanding on a deeper level. This is also crazy, guys. I just set this down, but look at how the circle here lines up with the head of the person here with intuition. So your intuition is related to the emotions running high, and again, it may be blocking you from getting to this intuition. I think that's really cool how that just kind of, those three cards kind of work together. Tarot and oracle work a lot more than just, you know, the details of the cards. The actual visual aspects of it can tell you so much. Oh, but I was going to say with the stars there, it might also have to do with that having hope, with understanding that you can create whatever you want, but you do need to have hope that it's going to be okay if you let this go, that nothing that is really meant for you is ever lost. And you may really need to hear that this month with the emotions running high. Let's see, we have celebrate life. I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. So this could be about respecting your life. It could be that whatever this is, it could be disrespectful to other lives. So this is for example, and I'm not calling anyone out, but for an example, it could be that you have been thinking about going vegetarian or vegan for a long time, but you just haven't done it, even though it's in alignment with your highest self. So this month you may realize that focusing on celebrating life is going to make it easier to align with that. But just in general, celebrating the little things in life and then the big things in life, like actual life on the planet, will make everything flow much more naturally and much more freely. Let's end this with a little message from the universe in order to help guide you through this month. What does Sagittarius need to hear? Stop criticizing yourself. You are perfect the way you are. Yes, that is really important. And I know it may sound kind of counterintuitive to what the rest of this says, but it's actually right in alignment. Whatever you're letting go of, you don't need to criticize yourself for holding on to it. You don't need to criticize any part of yourself in order to make this change. You do not need to shame yourself, because shame and guilt are the lowest frequencies and they make it almost impossible to make changes. Like, think about whenever you truly feel shameful for something, it actually puts you in a state of paralysis. Don't criticize yourself. Don't feel bad. Don't feel shameful. Just think about this from a higher vibration, that yes, you may have been doing this for a while and it may have caused you more harm than you realize. But now you have that opportunity to change what's going on, to make real changes and to see the value for yourself and tell yourself you deserve better than whatever you have been stuck on. Again, you might want to seek help from friends, or just be with people that are in alignment with this goal of yours, whatever it may be. Again, it could be so many things. We're just reading the current energies. But other than that, Sagittarius, that's all I have for you. If you've enjoyed this reading, please hit like, please leave a comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also, tap the notification bell so you can be notified when I do post new videos. And also check out your moon and rising sign if you haven't already. They will give you a broader picture of what to expect in July. And that's it, guys. I love you.